Hey there, it's John with Excel Campus, and in this video, I'm going to share 10 essential shortcuts for Excel tables. This includes both mouse and keyboard shortcuts for both the Windows and Mac versions of Excel. So the first set of shortcuts we'll look at is selecting rows and columns. To select a column with the mouse, it's actually a bit difficult to do in Excel. You'll need to hover your mouse cursor over the top half of the header cell of the column you want to select until it turns into this down arrow that you see here. At this point, you can left click and that will select all these cells below the header cell in that column. And of course, this is great if you want to apply some formatting here or copy and paste these or delete these cells. Now, if you want to include the header cell in your selection, you can hover again to that area and left click again. So left click a second time, that will include the header cell in the selection. The keyboard shortcut to select a column is Control Space. So just select a single cell here in the column, hold the Control key and press the space bar, and that will select the entire column. One little nuance here is if you have the first cell in the first row of the table selected and you press Control Space, that will still select the column, but it drops you all the way down to view the last row in the table. If you want to jump back up and see the first row, you can use the keyboard shortcut Control Backspace, and that will scroll you back up to the active cell. And that shortcut is Command Delete on the Mac. Now, to select a row in the table, you can also hover your mouse cursor over the left border or towards the left border of the table here in the leftmost column until it turns into a right arrow. And at this point, you can left click. That will select the entire row. Keyboard shortcut for this is Shift Space. So hold the Shift key and then press the space bar, and that again will select the entire row. The next shortcut is selecting the entire table, and we can do that with Control A. So with any cell selected here in the table, hold down the Control key and press A. That will select the data body range here of the table. And then if you press Control A again, that will include the header row and the total row in the selection. And this is great if you want to move the table or copy and paste it to another sheet or workbook. Next, we'll take a look at moving columns. So to move a column, all we need to do is select the single cell in the header row of the column that we want to move. So if I want to move this date column, I'll just select this cell here in the header row. Then I'm going to hover my mouse cursor over the border until it turns into those crosshairs. Left click and hold, and at this point I can drag it. And as long as I keep my mouse cursor in the header row, you'll see these vertical bars here between the columns as I move towards the column. So if I wanted to move that column here, you can see the vertical bar. I'll release the left mouse button and that will move the column. And the process to move rows is similar. So first select one or multiple rows, then move your mouse cursor over the border until it turns into those crosshairs. Left click and hold, and as you move the mouse up or down, you'll see that horizontal bar between the rows. Then release the left mouse button, and that will insert the rows between the existing rows. Next, we'll take a look at auto-fitting the column widths. So after you move columns, you'll notice here that we need to resize these columns because they're not the correct width to display all the contents. So to resize or auto-fit all of the columns, the first thing we're going to do is select the entire table. And to do that, we're going to hit Control A twice, again to include the header row and total row here. And then on the Home tab of the ribbon over here, under the Format dropdown, we have the Auto-Fit Column Width button. And so we can just press this right now, or the keyboard shortcut for this is Alt-H-O-I. So press and release the Alt key, H, O, and then I, and that will auto-fit the columns. Now this works on Windows. I don't know that there's a shortcut for this on the Mac, but you can always press the Auto-Fit Column Width button here on the Format dropdown. And the nice part about this feature is that it only auto-fits the cells that you have selected. So as you can see here, it did not auto-fit this cell here. If we auto-fit it by double-clicking right here, that would make this column A, really wide to fit the contents here. We don't want that. I'm going to hit Control Z. So when we use the auto-fit column width feature, it again is only going to work on the cells we have selected, which were all of the cells in the table. Next, we'll take a look at inserting and deleting rows and columns. So in a table, to insert a row, we can just select a single cell where we want to insert a row above it. And then we'll use Control plus. So hold down the Control key and press the plus key, and that will insert a row above. Now, if you're using a laptop, you might need to press Control Shift plus. I'm using a full-size keyboard and use the plus key on the number pad. And then to delete a row, we can use Control minus. So again, with this single cell selected in the row we want to delete, I'm going to hold the Control key and then press minus, and that will delete that row. Now to insert a column, we can select multiple cells in the column. So if I just select these two cells here and use Control plus, that's going to insert a column to the left of the cells I have selected. And then again, if we use Control minus, that will delete that column. Now you can also select the entire row or entire column before using Control plus or Control minus, but you don't necessarily have to. The next shortcut is to open the filter drop-down menu. So with this cell selected here in the header row, I can hold the Alt key and then press down arrow, and that will open the filter drop-down menu. Now if you're scrolled way down on your table here and you don't want to scroll all the way back up to the top and you have a single cell selected, you can use Shift Alt down arrow. So hold the Shift key, press the Alt key, and then press down arrow, and that will open the filter drop-down menu as well. I do have an additional article on 7 shortcuts for the filter drop-down menu. I'll put a link to that in the description below this video. The next shortcut is Control-Shift-T to toggle the total row on and off. So hold Control-Shift and then press T. That will toggle the total row on. We'll see it down here at the bottom of the table. You can press Control-Shift-T again to toggle the total row off. Next, we'll look at renaming a table. The shortcut for that is Alt-JTA. So press and release Alt, then JTA. And that will set focus here to the table name box in the table design tab of the ribbon, and you can type a new table name. Unfortunately, this keyboard shortcut is only available on Windows. Next, we'll look at inserting a table. So I have some data here, and to insert a table, I can press Control T. That'll bring up the Create Table window, and then I can hit Enter or press OK to create the table. Another way to do this on Windows is to use Alt-HT. So press and release Alt, then H, then T. That will open the Format as Table gallery here on the Home tab of the ribbon. You can then use the arrow keys to select from one of these styles and hit Enter. That'll bring up the Format as Table window here. You can then hit Enter again or press OK, and that will create the table and apply the style all in one step. And finally, if your table is connected to a query through Power Query, you can use Alt F5 to refresh it. So with any cell selected in the table, hold the Alt key and press F5, and that will refresh the query. And of course, you can get to that from the right-click menu by pressing the refresh button as well. So that's over 10 keyboard shortcuts for Excel tables. If you'd like to learn more shortcuts, we have a page with over 270 shortcuts at excelcampus.com/shortcuts. I'll put a link to that in the description below this video. If you've learned something new from this video, feel free to share it with a coworker or a friend. And of course, if you have any additional tips, leave a comment right below this video. Thanks again for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.